Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Max Coverage in the building. Yeah, back, God, home run. And don't make fun of my small bat. Now, before we get into this video, because you already know it's gonna be about baseball, have you checked out my Max Coverage gear yet? We got Max Coverage shirt. If you haven't, link down below in the description, y'all. Hey, we have various amounts of colors for y'all and some for the ladies. Now, since you're gonna be scrolling down, right? You're gonna be scrolling down it, click on that link. There's two buttons, the like and the subscribe right there. Just double tap them, just and then there's a bell right next to the subscribe button. Hit that, press all so you notify of all my videos when I drop it. All right. Now, since the like button is blue, let's get into this video. So finally, and I mean finally, we have an MLB season, y'all. The MLB and the MLBPA have finally agreed on a 60-game season, and I'm relieved. If you didn't know by the last video, I thought we were going to get canceled. But no, they got a deal done. So that's why I made this video. I wanted to describe every detail that is kind of going to be a weird one this year because it's only 60 games, and I needed it to share with y'all. So first things first, the spring training camp opens July 1st. And I'm like, okay, that's a week away. We got the season, y'all. We're going to start this. They don't know the opening day yet. It's either going to be July 23rd or July 24th. Flip a coin. Who cares? It's one day apart. Pick a day. But the one thing that they don't really know about yet is how they're going to set up the scheduling. So what they do know is 40 games are going to be in the division and the 20 games are going to be interleague. So put in example wise, the Yankees, best team in the league, are in the AL East, so they're gonna be playing 40 games in their division. There's 5 teams, and then they have 20 games that they're gonna be playing NL East. So on the opposite side of the league, they're gonna be playing the NL East, the extra 20 games. I mean, it seems easy enough, you know. I mean, go with it, because what else are we gonna do? We have 60 games here, and put in perspective, 60 games. Last year, the Washington Nationals, our World Series champions, were 27-33 after 60 games. So this season, every game is gonna count, and I love it. This is gonna be crazy, y'all. They have coming into training camp this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Actually, you have to report at least 60 guys on your team. Now, this is just for spring training. Of course, guys are going to be getting cut. And then for opening day, there's only going to be 30 players on your team active. Now, after 2 weeks, that 30 drops to 28. After 4 weeks, that 28 is going to be dropped down to 26. So there's going to be 26 active players on your team a month in. Now, here's where it gets crazy, because there's a potential idea here. So all the unsigned players that aren't signed on teams, MLB has contacted Nashville, the city of Nashville, and they're going to try to create 2 teams of just all unsigned players that they're going to pay to potentially be replacements. So pay them to be in shape, ready to go in case a player gets hurt on anyone's team or has COVID on anyone's team that needs to miss time. Now, it's just an idea, but I like this idea because, the minor leagues are shut down this year, so who else are you going to try and grab? So I like this. Good idea for the MLB, but it's not set in stone yet, but we'll see if they go on with it. And then there's a DH in the NL now. If you don't know what a DH is, designated hitter for the pitcher. AL already has this. NL doesn't. And now they both do. Now they're both on equal playing terms, and I like this a lot. They finally changed this. A lot of people don't like it because they're like, how can you mess with baseball? It's America's pastime. You can't change the game. But listen, pitchers shouldn't be playing double time right now. They're going to pitch and then they're going to hit? No. Have someone hit for them. And it's gonna be less injuries for pitchers because now the AL pitchers don't have to go and bat when they never do. Like last year, for example, Tanaka, he went, hit a ball, and ran down the first base line, pulled his hammy, and was out weeks because he's an AL pitcher that never hits. Well, now that's going to break all the injuries in half, hopefully. And I like this. I hope they keep this rule. From rumors, they're going to have it for this year and next year to test it out, but I think this rule needs to stay, and I'm all for it. Also, another rule there. So if a game goes to extra innings, a player is going to be on second base to start the inning for each team. This is going to make extra innings way more exciting because literally, it'll take 2 at bats and the guy can score. It's going to fasten up the game a little bit because we've seen 19 inning games, we've seen 22 inning games. Like, baseball is slow enough. Finish the game. So this is gonna, make the games go by faster if it gets to that point. I'm all for it, and it makes more excitement. I'm down, man. Overtime equals more excitement. Hell yeah, I'm down for this. And then teams will be allowed to make transactions from this Friday, noon Eastern, to this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, for the deadline to put your team in to the league. So that means teams can trade, teams can sign unsigned players right now. We didn't really see off season because the whole COVID thing. So they have a weekend. They give them a little bit of time to make something happen. So that's cool. The trade deadline is going to be August 31st. It usually is July 31st, but we already know what happened. Basically, it marks the midway season of the season. There's not going to be an all-star game. I mean, how are you going to have one? All-star weekend, no home run derby, I don't think so. So that's out the window. And players are going to be tested every other day for COVID. But if someone does get COVID, they're going to have their own little separate IL. So there's like the injury IL, and then there's the COVID IL. And there's no timeline for these guys to come back. 14 days is what they're saying for COVID, but who knows? They might say, hey, you're taking a whole month off because we can't risk getting the whole team COVID. That's why those unsigned players come into effect right here. So that's awesome. One other note, speaking of COVID, outfielder for the Colorado Rockies, Charlie Blackmon, just got tested positive for COVID. And NBA side, we have 2 more COVID, members, whatever you want to call them. Malcolm Brogdon, Indiana Pacers point guard, just tested positive, and Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets center just got tested positive for COVID also. So these guys are definitely going to be isolated before the start of the restart. And speaking of the restart, I have 3 names for y'all that won't be playing. So we have Davis Bertans, the Washington Wizards power forward. He's going to be sitting out because, look, it's his contract year. The guy had a freaking monster year. Well, not monster year. Let's pipe it down. All right. He had a great year, a career year. So he's going to be in line for some money. Why risk playing 8 games? And you're the Wizards. You're not going to make the playoffs. I don't know why they're inviting these guys here. But anyway, he said, no, I'm sitting out. Understandable. Trevor Ariza is sitting out. Portland Trailblazers small forward because he wants to spend more time with his son. I understand. Family over everything, right? But listen, we were just in quarantine for 4 months. Your team's in the thick of things. Your team is right there in it for the playoffs. Why aren't you out there with them? I understand. Family is family. Hey, I'm not hating on y'all. I'm just saying. But flip side, Avery Bradley, the Los Angeles Lakers shooting guard, is sitting out because his son has health issues. Now, I don't have anything to say about this. Go handle it. Go handle your business, and I hope your son has a recovery, whatever he's going through. So that's all I have for y'all today. Hey, max coverage, baby. We got sports in a month, y'all. I'm hype.